I've never been a cat person, but my husband grew up with them and always wanted one. And even though I'm allergic, I was really intrigued by having a new experience as a cat mom. We've always considered getting a second pet for our rescue dog, Ezra, and Bengals are known to be energetic, social, and affectionate, basically a dog in cat form. Since Bengals are also hyperallergenic, we thought it would be a great match for our family. If you're watching this video, you probably already know that Bengals are a very special breed. The decision to get one should not be taken lightly. There's a lot to consider, and in this video I'm going to talk about everything I've learned in the last 3 months owning my Bengal kitten, Nova. The first thing that was confirmed right when we got her was that yes, Bengals are very affectionate. Nova was immediately comfortable with us and slept in my husband's lap in the car on the way home. From the first day, she was cuddly and just liked to be around us. She'll come up for attention, for pets, and pretty much wherever we are, there she is. But what this also means is that Bengals are pretty needy. Since they're social, it's always advised to get 2 instead of 1 because they can get pretty lonely even if you leave them alone for a few hours. Since we have Ezra, they can keep each other company, and since my husband and I both work remotely, one of us is always around. So definitely keep in mind that yes, Bengals are affectionate and cuddly, but they're also needy. So if you're looking for that independent cat that's just gonna roam your house and you'll come across them when you do, this is not it. They are more like a dog in this sense, and they will more likely be a little shadow. Bengals are a very active and intelligent breed, and they need a lot of physical and mental stimulation. This was actually one of the reasons we got a Bengal, so that it could match Ezra's dog energy and they could play. Nova's almost 5 months now, so she definitely still has that crazy kitten energy, but Bengals in general will definitely be more active than your regular cat. We planned for her to be an outdoor leash cat so she can get the stimulation she needs, and so far we can tell she definitely likes to explore outdoors, so we're looking forward to taking her out more in the spring. Bengals are also trainable. You pretty much train them the same way you train a dog, and this is also a great way to mentally stimulate them. But in terms of energy, they are definitely more like a dog in this sense. The only difference being you don't have to physically take them out to go to the washroom, but they require a lot of exercise and attention, so you have to be prepared to provide them that. The common guidance I see is to play with your kitten 3 times a day for 15 minutes each time, but there have been days where Nova is up for like 5 hours in the morning just being a complete menace, which leads me to my next point. When Nova is in maniac mode, you better be wearing protective clothes because she likes to bite. I know she's a kitten and it's totally normal and she's in her teething phase, but I have tried all the things they tell you to do: redirect her to a toy, ignore her, yelp to let her know that it hurts. None of it works. She doesn't care. When we try to redirect her to a toy, she very quickly goes back to your hands and feet because she demands a blood sacrifice every day. This kind of works out for us because Ezra likes to play aggressive, and I don't think a regular cat would vibe with that. I don't know that I've ever seen a dog or cat play the way that they do. Don't worry, they're fine. We're always watching, but they like to go hard. Just know that with a Bengal, there will likely be more bloodshed because they will do things like a flying squirrel attack. I'm hoping she grows out of this. I'll give an update when she's an adult, but be prepared to be jumped on, climbed on, or bit if you have a Bengal. All cats, of course, are curious, but Bengals are very determined. If Nova decides she wants something, she will just keep at it. She recently learned she can now jump on the kitchen counter, and no matter how many times we take her off, she will just jump back on. She's not even mad when you take her off, she just literally will not give up and will keep jumping back on. We tried putting aluminum foil on the counter, but she does not care. She will jump on top of it and actually try to play with it. When we gave her catnip, she was crazy for it and she wanted more, but we put it away and she climbed the shelves in the closet to steal it herself. I think cats being curious is also what makes them so entertaining because they are just interested in everything and it's fun to watch them interact with new things. But you definitely need to have patience because they will get into shit. And if a Bengal is interested in something you have, they will just keep on going until they get to sniff it or touch it. Another related fact about Bengals is they love water. With Nova, it first started with her dipping her paw into our water glasses, playing with the water bowl, and then one day we see her trotting out the bathroom with her 2 front legs soaking wet, and I realized she got into the toilet. Thankfully, that toilet bowl was shallow, so it wasn't dangerous, but since then we've made sure to always keep the lids down. Every morning, she watches me brush my teeth and wash my face, and she can literally just stare at the drain fascinated for like 15 minutes. When I come back from Ezra's morning walk, she has to unnecessarily join him in his paw washing. Now that she can jump on the counter, she is obsessed with getting into the kitchen sink, which means that we can never leave dirty dishes and we always have to sanitize it. So a Bengal's love for water will mean that you'll need to implement some new habits to keep your place clean and dry. Sometimes we just let her go at it because why not? She's having fun. Sometimes I just don't have the energy to stop her, and it's just water, we can wipe it up. But if you're the type of person who's particular about your place, I mean, you probably shouldn't be getting a cat in general, but you definitely should not be getting a Bengal. Along with being curious and unstoppable, Bengals are very brave. From the day we got Nova, she really showed no signs of being afraid at all. Some kittens will hide for a few days when you bring them to a new home. Nova was out and about exploring right away, even with Ezra eyeing her. In fact, she made the first move on him. The only thing she hid from was the vacuum, and honestly that only lasted like a week before she started pawing at it. But I'd say that the caution here is that they're kind of stupidly bold and brave, which could get them into harm. When we went camping with Nova, she was so fascinated by the fire, and I swear if I was not holding her back, she would probably try to jump in it. So you have to cat-proof your place and keep a pretty close eye on them so that they don't get into trouble. Bengals are very talkative. They like to chirp and trill, which is actually really cute. But they will also yell bloody murder about something that they don't like. For Nova, that's being in her carrier or being denied entry to a room that we're in. Again, they are persistent and she will just meow and meow until she gets what she wants or until I distract her with something else. So if you want to have a cat that you can chit chat with, then great. But if you're looking for peace and quiet, this is not the breed. As much as Nova's curiosity and persistence can get a little bit annoying at times, at the same time, she has a very high tolerance and is really not bothered by much at all. In general, Bengals are pretty patient. I know that not all Bengals like to be picked up, but with Nova, you can pretty much pick her up anytime that she's not in maniac mode and she'll let you. Even if Nova's not down and she's trying to slither out of your hands, she'll never really rudely spaz. She'll just keep trying to squirm out. She actually lets me grind her nails with a Dremel, which I'm so thankful for because you can actually dull them more this way. Of course, she doesn't particularly like it and I try to do it when she's sleepy, but she kind of just pulls her paw away from me and then readjusts her position, trying to hide her paw, but I just keep pulling her paw out and eventually she lets me just do it. I've heard that Bengals are actually quite good with kids because they are so patient, so it is a two-way street. Have patience with your Bengal because they will have patience with you. Bengals are not for everyone. A lot of people get a Bengal because they're beautiful and they're affectionate, but then they realize they're too high energy and they can't actually keep up with them. As you can see, Bengals are a very high maintenance breed, so it is really important that you know what you're getting into if you decide to get one. So I hope this video gave you a realistic view of what owning a Bengal is like. They are cute but crazy, but if you give them the stimulation they need, they are so smart, loving, funny, and will definitely keep you on your toes and entertained. If you can keep up with them, they will bring you so much love and joy. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. The only reason I was able to record this is because Nova is napping, but of course I can't leave without giving you a live Nova appearance. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello, Nova.